What does it truly mean to be the ultimate matriarch figure? Is it about power, control, or perhaps an unshakable ability to hold an empire together when the world seems desperate to tear it apart? When you hear the name Kris Jenner, you don't just think of a mother. You think of a mogul, a visionary, the woman who redefined what it means to lead a family and a global brand. Doll, while standing proudly behind the title momager, fade in archival footage of Kris Jenner in her Calabasas home, flipping through business documents, then hugging her daughters before a shoot, narrator VO, in the glittering world of Hollywood. Where fame flickers as quickly as a camera flash, one woman has remained constant. The heartbeat of the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty, Kris Jenner, the ultimate matriarch figure. Her influence isn't just felt inside the walls of her home. It pulses through pop culture, business, and entertainment itself. But behind the perfect glam and power, Suits lies something deeper. The story of a woman who turned family into a phenomenon. Soft, whoosh sound as the scene transitions to an old family video from the early Arling Ling Ling's narrator, VO. Long before Keeping Up with the Kardashians became a household name, Kris Jenner was already orchestrating the foundations of an empire. A mother of 6, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Rob, Kendall, and Kylie. She managed chaos with precision. Every argument, every celebration, every heartbreak was part of a larger picture she seemed to see before anyone else. Cut 2. Footage of Kris in her home office. Early KUWTK era, phone in hand. Papers everywhere. Narrator VO. The term momager might have been coined as a joke, but Kris turned it into a global identity. She wasn't just a mother managing her kids' careers, she was redefining what family management could look like. In Kris Jenner's world, being a matriarch wasn't about keeping everyone safe under one roof. It was about building roofs over empires, and making sure her family's name would echo through history. Emotional piano swells. Quick montage. Kris negotiating deals, walking red carpets, supporting her daughters at fashion shows, narrator VO. To understand why Kris Jenner is the ultimate matriarch figure, you have to look at the moments where everything could have fallen apart, and didn't. Because of her, Cut 2, 2007. The birth of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. When the world first saw the Kardashian family on screen, they didn't know what to expect. Some rolled their eyes, others were intrigued. But Kris Jenner? She saw gold. She wasn't afraid to let the cameras in. Into the chaos, the laughter, the tears. What others saw as risk, Kris saw as legacy in motion. Footage plays, Kris filming a confessional, smiling. Narrator, VO, behind that smile was strategy. Every deal, every endorsement, every headline calculated. She turned her daughter's passions into brands, and their names into trademarks. Kim's beauty ventures, Khloe's fashion lines, Kylie's billion-dollar cosmetics empire. Each one a brick in the dynasty Kris built with unwavering precision. Footage shifts to Kris hugging Kylie backstage at a Kylie Cosmetics launch. Narrator, VO. Many mothers guide their children. But Kris Jenner manages destiny. Her fingerprints are on every success story that bears her family's name. And yet, despite her power, she never lets you forget one simple truth, that at her core, she is a mother first. Cut 2. Kris comforting Khloe after a breakup, sitting by Kim's bedside post-surgery. Laughing with Kendall and Kylie in the kitchen. Narrator, VO. It's easy to see Kris Jenner as the business mastermind, the ultimate matriarch figure of modern fame. But look closer, and you see something more human. A woman fiercely protective of her children, yet unafraid to push them into greatness. Dramatic pause. Narrator, VO. There were times when the world questioned her motives. Critics called her controlling. Some said she exploited her family's fame. But Kris understood something they didn't. That in a world built on narratives, it's better to write your own than let someone else write it for you. Cut to old interview clips of Kris saying, "If somebody's going to exploit this family, it's going to be me." Narrator, VO. That quote became iconic, not just for its boldness, but for what it represented. A woman reclaiming agency in an industry where women, especially mothers, are often sidelined. Shift to soft music, warm, nostalgic tones. Narrator, VO. Kris Jenner didn't just raise a family. She raised a global phenomenon. Her daughters dominate beauty, fashion, business, and media, all while staying tethered to the brand she so carefully nurtured. And even when personal lives collided with public drama, marriages, divorces, scandals, Kris stood firm. The matriarch, the center, the calm amid chaos. Cut 2, Kris in her office, sipping coffee, scrolling through her phone, her walls adorned with family photos and magazine covers. Narrator VO, every photo tells a story, not of perfection, but of persistence. The ultimate matriarch doesn't just smile for the cameras. She plans the next move. She sees the next challenge before it comes. And Kris, she's always one step ahead. Sound of cameras flashing, paparazzi calling her name. Narrator VO, from the red carpets of Paris to the family dinners in Hidden Hills. Kris Jenner moves with purpose. She's not just managing, she's mentoring, guiding, shaping. Her daughters don't just inherit her features, they inherit her fire. Footage shows Kris cheering at a Kendall runway show, then FaceTiming Kim about a business launch. Narrator VO, this fire is what makes Kris Jenner the ultimate matriarch figure. Because leadership, in her world, isn't loud. It's strategic. It's steady. It's love disguised as ambition. Music softens. Cut to a quiet scene. Kris sitting with her grandchildren, smiling warmly, closing parenthesis, narrator VO. Today, the matriarch's influence spans generations. From her daughter's successes to the laughter of her grandchildren, Kris Jenner's legacy lives on in moments both grand and tender. The way she holds a baby, the way she cheers the loudest at a family milestone, the way she celebrates not just success, but family itself. Slight pause. Emotional build, dash up, closing parenthesis, narrator, VO, and yet even now, she's not done. Whether she's producing a new show, launching a new brand, or simply hosting one of her famously extravagant Christmas Eve parties, Kris continues to prove that being a matriarch isn't about age or status, it's about evolution. About keeping your family not just together, but thriving. Footage of Kris hosting a family gathering, candles lit. Laughter echoing through the mansion, narrator VO, to witness Kris Jenner at the head of her table is to witness power wrapped in grace. She listens, she leads, and she reminds everyone from her daughters to her audience that family is both her business and her heartbeat. Dramatic orchestral music rises, narrator VO, over the decades. The world has watched Kris Jenner turn headlines into history. Every chapter of her family's journey, every triumph and trial traced back to her relentless drive. Her story is one of reinvention, resilience, and revolutionary motherhood. Cut to black and white footage of young Kris, holding baby Kim in her arms, closing parenthesis, narrator, VO. She wasn't born a matriarch. She became one through vision, courage, and an unyielding belief in her family's potential. From homemaker to Hollywood powerhouse, Kris Jenner has proven that being the ultimate matriarch figure isn't about perfection. It's about perseverance. Music slows, emotional, reflective, closing parenthesis, narrator, VO. In a world where fame fades and trends come and go, Kris Jenner's legacy stands tall. Not just as a manager, not just as a mother, but as a woman who turned love into leadership and family into forever. Camera pans over the Kardashian-Jenner compound at sunset, the house glowing golden under the California light. Narrator, VO. Because at the end of the day, when the lights dim and the cameras stop rolling, Kris Jenner is still there, the heartbeat of it all. The strategist, the nurturer, the matriarch. Soft pause. Then a final swell of music, closing parenthesis, narrator VO, Kris Jenner. Being the ultimate matriarch figure isn't just a title, it's her truth, her legacy, her masterpiece.